While most billionaires build companies, this man hunts them. He doesn't create startups. He waits, watches, and strikes. Founders call him a genius. Others call him dangerous. But inside Silicon Valley, he's known by one name, the Unicorn Hunter. And once he's watching you, there is no escape. Welcome to The Hidden File, where the stories they don't want you to see are finally unlocked. Today, we expose the shadowy billionaire who quietly controls the future of startups, technology, and vast billion-dollar empires. This is the man who decides who becomes rich and who simply disappears. In the high-stakes world of technology and finance, there are figures who command attention, and then there are those who command the future itself. One name echoes through the corridors of power with a unique blend of reverence and fear. His name is Masayoshi Son. To the world, he is a visionary investor, the architect of a $100 billion war chest known as the Vision Fund, designed to fuel the next technological revolution. To Silicon Valley, he is a kingmaker, a modern-day Midas whose touch can transform a fledgling startup into a global titan overnight. And to the founders who enter his orbit, he is a predator, a force of nature that can build their dreams or shatter them completely. His philosophy defies convention. He doesn't invest small. He doesn't wait for consensus. While others hedge their bets and deliberate for months, Son operates on a different timeline, driven by a conviction that borders on the absolute. When Masayoshi Son believes in a company, when he sees a founder who shares his ambition to dominate a market, he doesn't just participate, he goes all in. His strategy isn't to nurture a garden of startups, it's to arm a single warrior for total conquest, providing them with an overwhelming capital advantage to crush all competition. The scale is staggering, billions, not over years but sometimes in minutes. A single meeting, a brief conversation, can end with a handshake that unleashes a torrent of capital unlike anything the venture world has ever seen. There are no committees. There is no lengthy due diligence. There is no hesitation. Just instinct. A gut feeling honed over decades of colossal wins and catastrophic losses. He trusts his 300-year vision for humanity and his own judgment above all else. Some call it genius, the only way to build truly transformative companies in the 21st century. They see a master strategist playing chess while others play checkers. Others call it insanity, a reckless gamble that inflates bubbles, distorts markets, and pushes founders toward a grow-at-all-costs mentality that often ends in ruin. The check comes with strings attached, binding the company to his grand vision. His investment is not just money, it's a mandate. But what happens after the ink is dry, after the billions have been wired and the press releases have been sent? That is where the story turns dark. To understand the mind of the unicorn hunter, you must first discard the conventional rules of investment. Masayoshi Son doesn't look for clever ideas or incremental improvements. He looks for something far more primal, far more absolute. He looks for dominance. This isn't the careful gardening of a traditional venture capitalist, nurturing a promising sapling. This is the strategic planting of a forest, with the singular goal of owning the entire ecosystem. For Son, an investment is not a bet on a company. It's a down payment on a future monopoly. It's a philosophy that looks beyond quarterly earnings, beyond even a decade. It's a vision measured in centuries. His hunt is focused. He scans the horizon for sectors on the brink of seismic change, industries ripe for disruption. He searches for companies that aren't just aiming to compete, but to completely rewrite the rules of the game. Transportation, food delivery, real estate, finance, artificial intelligence. In each, he seeks the one vessel with the potential to become an unstoppable force, a category killer that can obliterate the old guard and define the new landscape. And when he finds one, the courtship is unlike any other. It's a whirlwind of conviction and capital. He doesn't just invest, he controls. The check he writes is not just money, it's a mandate, a directive to abandon caution. The message is clear and uncompromising: grow at all costs. He pushes companies to grow faster, to burn through cash at a dizzying rate, to expand into new markets before they've conquered their first. Spend more, hire more, take bigger, bolder, more audacious risks. The goal is to achieve a scale so massive, so quickly, that no competitor can ever hope to catch up. It's a brutal, high-stakes game of blitzkrieg capitalism. In his world, there is no prize for participation. There is no honor in a hard-fought battle that ends in second place. Because in his world, second place means death. For the founders who can withstand this velocity, the rewards are legendary. Some startups, fueled by this rocket fuel, defy gravity. They become the fabled unicorns, achieving billion-dollar valuations and reshaping the fabric of daily life. They are the poster children of his audacious vision, the proof that his madness has a method. But this pressure is a crucible, and not all survive the fire. Others, pushed beyond their limits, buckle. The very speed meant to ensure their survival becomes the cause of their demise. They burn too bright, too fast. They collapse under the pressure. And when they fall, the silence is deafening. The grand ambitions, the billions in capital, the thousands of jobs, all vanish into a cautionary tale whispered in Silicon Valley. For the hunter, however, there is no time for mourning. A fallen unicorn is merely a data point, a lesson learned in the relentless pursuit of ultimate victory. He simply moves on. The board is reset. The pieces are rearranged. The hunt begins anew. He once invested $45 billion into a single company. 45 billion. No safety net, no guarantee, just belief. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it explodes. Entire companies wiped out, thousands of jobs gone, dreams erased overnight. But for Masayoshi Son, it's just strategy. Because when you play at this level, people are not people. They are pieces on a board. Behind closed doors, founders whisper his name. Because when he calls, you don't say no. If he invests in your competitor, your company is in danger. If he backs you, you grow at an unnatural speed. He doesn't follow the market. He bends it. Entire industries shift because one man decided so. This is not normal investing. This is power. In the high-stakes world of venture capital, opinions are currency, and no figure divides the room quite like him. To his acolytes, he is a modern-day oracle, the greatest investor alive, a visionary with a Midas touch who can spot a unicorn from 1,000 paces. They point to his legendary successes, the bets that reshaped entire industries, and the sheer, breathtaking scale of his ambition. They argue that true disruption requires a level of conviction that borders on obsession. But to his critics, the picture is far darker. They see a gambler, not a genius. A man whose decision-making is reckless, unstable, and fueled by an insatiable addiction to risk. They whisper of staggering losses, of billions incinerated on flawed ideas, and of a pattern of behavior that seems to prioritize headlines over fundamentals. For every monumental win, they argue, there is a catastrophic loss that leaves a trail of devastation. He once famously declared, "I see the future before others do." It's a statement of supreme confidence, the mantra of a man who believes he operates on a different plane of understanding. This isn't just about predicting market trends. It's about an almost messianic belief in his own ability to will a new reality into existence, to bend the arc of technology toward his chosen destination. But what if that vision is a storm, not a sunrise? What if the future he sees destroys everything in its path? The relentless pursuit of market dominance, funded by his war chest, often leaves no room for competitors. It's a scorched earth strategy where smaller players, and sometimes even entire ecosystems, are simply collateral damage in his quest for a monopoly. This forces us to ask a deeply unsettling question. What if the innovation he champions is just another word for control? When one man's capital can dictate which ideas live and which die, is it truly about fostering the best technology? Or is it about consolidating power, pulling the strings of founders and forcing them to dance to his tune? For generations, the startup playbook has been clear. The biggest danger is running out of cash, finding no product market fit, or being outmaneuvered by a competitor. But in this new era, a different kind of fear has taken root in Silicon Valley and beyond. And what if the biggest danger to startups is not failure, but him? What if the very capital meant to bring a founder's dream to life becomes the gilded cage that traps them? A deal with the unicorn hunter can feel like the ultimate validation, but it may come at a cost that no balance sheet can ever truly capture. Because here's the reality. When one man controls billions, he controls ideas, he controls markets, he controls lives. Founders think they are building freedom, but behind them, someone is pulling the strings, and most of them never even realize it. He is not a hero, he is not a villain, he is something more dangerous. He is the unicorn hunter. And in the world of startups, you are either chosen or you are erased. If you want more hidden stories, dark empires, and untold power, subscribe to The Hidden File, because the truth is always deeper than they want you to see.